And now, time for a word from Planet Beer TV's fantasy sponsor,
Masters of the Brewniverse! Step into a new galaxy of beer-based imagination with the new Masters of the Brewniverse action figure series, where craft and magic collaborate to create the toy craze of 2023. Take control of the mighty warrior, Citraxus, as he fights to protect the planet Synconia from the armies of the dreaded sorcerer, Diacetor. Joining Citraxus in this fight against evil are his amazing teammates, the noble Hop Lords, Warrior Princess, Goza, Master of the Skies, Lupulus, Wizard, Sars, and Citraxus' trusty steed, Carhartt. But they will have to fight against Diacetor's vile henchmen, the dastardly Green Kings, Lightstruck, Lagertop, and Horse Blanket. All action figures come with their own unique weapons, removable flannel shirts, detachable beards, and for a limited time only, they'll have their own untapped badges. So collect them all today and join the Masters of the Brewniverse on their epic quest to give people, who really should know better, something to do while sitting alone in a brewery tap room on an industrial estate. Masters of the Brewniverse! Brewing legends, crafting heroes, unleash the action with every sip. May contain gluten.
And now, time for a word from Planet Beer TV's fantasy sponsor.
Hey there, fellow craft beer enthusiasts. We know life's a non-stop roller coaster of work, side hustles, and the occasional spontaneous adventure. But just because life moves at warp speed doesn't mean that you have to compromise on your craft beer passion. Enter Hop 2 Cup instant powdered beer, the ultimate life hack for those of us who appreciate a finely crafted brew but don't always have the time to hit the local tap room. Hop 2 Cup brings you the essence of your favourite beer styles but in a super handy powdered form. Simply open the sachet, pour the powder into a glass, add water and stir. Before you can say,
"What juice bombs you got on, pal?"
you'll have a near perfect craft beer to enjoy on the go. You see, we get it. There's a whole world of beer out there, and Hop 2 Cup brings it straight to your glass, so you never, ever, ever need to stop the relentless grind of your hustle culture lifestyle. Hop 2 Cup comes in 4 amazing flavours: yellow, vegetable, coffee-ish, and salt and vinegar. So whatever your favourite beer styles are, there's probably a Hop 2 Cup flavour that you might possibly put up with. From chasing deadlines to chasing dreams, Hop 2 Cup is your trusty companion. Hop 2 Cup instant powdered beer. The future of beer is instant. Warning, Hop 2 Cup has not been approved by the FSA. May cause blindness.
Time for a word from Planet Beer TV's fantasy sponsor.
Are you tired of swiping left and right as you look down at the bottom of your beer glass, looking for someone to share your sessions and slurp your suds? Are you a Zythophile, but would also just like to be a plain old file? Then try the brand new dating app for craft beer enthusiasts, Yeast Affections. We believe that, like hops in craft beer, the best connections are made when people are blindly thrown together in a hot whirlpool of desperation. Whether you're a horny hophead, a stout-loving simp, or just after a crafty hookup, Yeast Affections helps you find someone who desires your delicate palate and your charming habit of always going on about how much you love Gurzes, even though you only ever really buy mid-strength IPAs. Explore local breweries, discover new favourite ales, and bond over your shared love for all things craft beer, where the chemistry between you is as strong as the bond between hops and grain. Then bit of water, bit of yeast. So get ready to embark on a flavour-filled journey of bitter romance. And who knows, maybe there's a shared hand pull and a growler fill in your future. The Yeast Affections app. Brewing collaborations and fermenting connections.
And now, time for a word from Planet Beer TV's fantasy sponsor.
If you've ever worked in a tap room, or just love enjoying those thick, lip-smacking smoothie sour beers, then you'll know the struggle of dealing with those stubborn, sugary foam marks left behind on your glassware. Well, great news! The solution to your problem is finally here. Introducing the Smoothie Sour Glass Wash 432, the specialist glass washing machine designed specifically to tackle the stubborn suds left on the inside of your favourite glass. Now, I don't purport to know how it works, but it swirls out soiled glassware at a frequency of 432 Hz, instead of the industry standard of 440 Hz. This sonic shift is perfect for loosening up froward foam and sugary skidders, meaning you won't have to wash a glass more than once, or worse, by hand. Thanks to the Smoothie Sour Glass Wash 432, your glasses will be cleaner and warmer than ever, so you can slurp your thickly sweet goop guilt-free. The Smoothie Sour Glass Wash, where stubborn stains go to die.
And now, time for a word from Planet Beer TV's fantasy sponsor.
Do you love craft beer but hate when it goes flat? Do you wish you could measure how much foam is on your beer and how long it will last? Do you want to impress your friends? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need the SudBuddy. The SudBuddy may look like a digital thermometer, but it's actually a foamometer. I've been using it for a few weeks now and I have to say it's amazing. The SudBuddy tells me how much foam is on my beer and how long it will last. Just take it out of the case, point at your pint, and the SudBuddy will tell you how thick the head of your pint is. One of my favourite things about the SudBuddy is a feature called retention projection, which measures the number of bubbles bursting at any one time. It gives me an estimate of how long the foam will stay on my beer. The SudBuddy is easy to use, fun to watch, and compatible with any smartphone, and you can share the results with your friends. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Paul, you're a craft beer expert. You don't need a device to tell you about your beer. And you're right, I don't. But I have to admit, the SudBuddy has impressed me. It's not just a gimmick, it's a useful tool that helps me enjoy my beer even more. It also helps me learn about different types of beer and how they behave, and it's fun to use. I mean, who doesn't love a good challenge? The SudBuddy is the best thing that ever happened to my beer drinking experience. If you want to get your own SudBuddy, you can order it online at www.sudbuddy.com and use the promo code RETENTION. It gets you 10% off your first order. Trust me, you won't regret it. SudBuddy, because it's always a good time for good head.